We take to the, well, new Dusty map. I'm going to take a nice little...
I didn't know there was music on Anubis.
Float down the lazy river.
Damn. Let's do it. We'll see who's going to make a splash. Madden, he's got the whole squad running at him. Yep, that's enough for that. Sees the flash, here's the step, sees the smoke. They're in to this A pincer. Dexter from Rugs was on Rugs, cleared out nicely, but by some Pius. Yeah, the bomb's going down. It's going to be another casualty. Afro pushed the limits a bit too much. It's a real tough one for Roy, but he's actually managed to do fantastic work. He's still not dead. Mezzi's found another. It all falls to Mezzi, but a 1v2, that's manageable. That's on the camera position. Cross now, and perfect shooting. ENCE will take another pistol. 3 out of 3 so far.
A bit of a wink there from Snappi. I like the way they played that. Nert's not overcommitting, allowing the bomb to be tapped, stepping out, knowing he has to respond. Great work, well handled, and a good understanding of the situation. Madden could have tried to play ahead of that smoke over towards the temple side, but you can see here, understanding the threat of the A split, they take the main control, make sure that they have some territory, and that makes the retake on this site so much easier for ENCE. So very, very well played. A great response on the pistol round. Now, we already know who we're going to see the loser of this match take on. Well as the winner. The winner will be taking on G2. The loser will be dropping to the lower bracket, condemned to face Monty.
And the shotguns are out in force. 2 auto shotguns into the second round.
Now, I was having a discussion with MC, and he said he stayed up last night. He was testing with some of the Rooster lads regarding this nade situation,
right,
and potentially giving away some sound cues. And he says it's inconsistent, so it could be bugs, could be something Valve need to look at. But there's one of the shotguns down and in dirt. Now this is a key point in the MR12 of CS2 at the moment. The fact that if you get that bomb down on the pistol, you're buying the second. And we've been talking about this in CSGO as well, but it just feels in CS2 at this juncture it is very, very strong. The Galil's come out, the AK's too. A lurk smoke forward, but Madden is ahead of this, so that means absolutely nothing as far as ENCE are concerned.
Yeah, perfect timing on that dark smoke, a product of that. And Madden, I mean, this is a bit of a step too far, you'd think. He's not gone down. Afro probably going to feel a bit hard done by there. What is that? Nade and a spray. Snappi's done the dirty work. It is still an awkward 2-on-2. Crims is planting open to dark. Doesn't go down. And long range. He's plucked out by Sun Pius. Let's see what Dexter's cooking.
He has to make a move.
He's in the lab. Ooh, brought low. 7 HP. He's just going to be run at now by Sun Pius, you'd think. Yeah, not going to hit that necessary one tap. He was hoping he could have got that duel, won that, and played off from dark side for that plant. But it's going to be a second round conversion.
Completely different round if Madden falls.
Right.
If Madden doesn't get that kill, a completely different round.
It really looked like Afro was clearing for that exact eventuality. The walk-up from Madden, he was coming in, clearing for that walk-up, but yeah, just a bit of a messy spray. Madden, a good adjustment.
It's not only forced the reaction for, oh, look at the good time Madden's have a massive smile on the face, but yeah, it forced them in towards B. That's what, and that nade couldn't have been better timed either, just landing straight in the pack. Almost lethal damage, but fnatic with the, well, another bomb plant.
Yeah, but it's identical. I mean, you know, who needs to eco? Just keep planting.
Early pressure towards B with the util thrown out of fnatic here. They've thrown the left side obelisk smoke, and that makes the B defenders stand high alert, worried about a rush, worried about a quicker play. Also, will force them to cycle through a bit of utility, as well as keeping eyes off of some key areas. So mid-crawl, Madden, timing might be your biggest enemy in this round.
They have caught a real juicy timing. I mean, Madden is still, you know, housekeeping, attending to middle. I say that as he does actually look away. And the flash is good. Madden, oh, he doesn't even pull out his utility. They've been caught off, but the spray is good. Deha and Madden combined for the advantage.
Retake again.
Yeah, A site, notoriously difficult when it's in an even odds. It's 3-on-3, thanks to Afro's Galil. Awkward on Sun Pius. The molly burned him. And not ready for that was Deha. Crims, he's checking for Nert. Nert, a sharp tool. That was the jewel. There's one by Crims. Big from the Swede. Should go down now. They know where Sun Pius is, but the jig is up and the round is won. fnatic going to get their first T round in the third.
Well, let's see if Afro can find himself something a little bit juicier than a Galil to walk away with. Still worried about Sun Pius giving this one a crack, but we're already getting in to the replay. So the double, sure. Great work from the two players isolated towards heaven, but it just was not enough. And you pointed out how difficult it can be to retake that site. So Sampai's well aware of that.
Really cool timing on that. Like, oh. And you can see what that flash was designed for. And Madden, understandably, trying to attend to the potential, but eats the flash, doesn't even get his incendiary round.
Now, it is extremely important for fnatic to break them here with a consecutive round. I understand they've already done decent damage in the previous. This isn't a map where fnatic have found their comfort just yet, but a map where we just discussed ENCE seem to have a very good proficiency. And these type of rounds, if you reflect on Overpass, was something that they were quite specialists at.
That's true too. Look at this call. He's actually started 4B. Puts a lot of pressure onto D here for sure, but he's going to be trying to hold on to it with just the pistol.
I like that from Madden, a safe way to do that flash. Make sure you're not in the open getting swung on from players taking that duel. So just behind the lip of the wall as they are starting to posture forward. Here's that flash. We can give you another not out here tutorial as Diha. Again.
I feel that.
Yeah.
That's a horrible way to go down. And especially when you're solo on that side of the map. But, I mean, is this not what the intention was? Is if you lose D-Hell, we're going to have another go?
Precisely, right? You have to take a bit of a gamble in circumstances like this. Diligent from fnatic, making sure A-main is under their remit. Bomb will go down on the fishtail. What we could call it a squid jig.
We could.
Do you know what a squid jig is?
Is it tail of a fish, by any chance?
No, no.
Oh, I thought you...
Squid jig is something used to catch squid.
Oh, it's a jig squid.
Yeah.
Well, you should have said.
This is a squid jig.
Okay, so because they like the little
I think they like
prawny thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know who likes fishing?
I do.
Perfecto.
Perfecto likes to fish.
I saw it on his Instagram.
I need to find someone to go fishing with Perfecto.
Well, I was just talking to one of our guys in production. Dimmy said he went fishing here. Yeah, Dimmy and Perfecto with Heku.
That's content.
That's a content piece.
All right, lock it in. Final answer.
I'd love to see Perfecto fishing.
You told us, Chad, that fnatic needed to get them both, and they've done so. But is there not a caveat in the 4-gun save?
Yeah, some booby traps now, and where we see it with slight aggression in the mix. That was a stack and a wait. Now we might see a stack and a push. As a tactical timeout.
Yeah, a stack and a push after we wait 30
So
seconds.
this is the discussion. Saw on the mic. All right, gents, we've got ourselves an org. Mr. Pius, we'll lock you down somewhere. You can probably do it on your lonesome. The rest of you, let's get together. We got some smokes, we got some flashes. Let's find some fights.
Do you think I could learn to lip read? Like
you could.
If I put my mind to it for 6 months, 12 months?
6 months.
How long would it take me?
I don't know. Should we see anybody in Twitch chat right now, maybe YouTube, or anybody listening at home? Do you lip read? Well, does anybody in your life lip read? And if they do, how long will it take for us to learn?
I was very impressed. When I was growing up, I was friends with someone that was quite hard of hearing, and they the information. Well,
that's why Dastan is covering his. Well, we also don't speak Russian, so Dastan is being doubly safe.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's different because it's not native English speakers.
Oh, well then.
That is very deep into dark.
The deepest.
Again, a heavy lean over towards the B bomb site. D-Hard hustling with trouble. And again, the ace clip on the agenda. Pius had a bit more to say. Could have cancelled plans, but call it off.
Would you categorize what we've seen so far as fnatic bullying mid? Or is this just, you know, a bog standard?
No, you bang on.
Yeah.
You bang on. They definitely have been at least conditioning early, knowing that these sketchier buys and purchases, they are operating with a lot of mid pressure.
And in terms of solutions, I guess it's not worth discussing until we do see a gun round effective.
Well, this is the key. So if you are aiming for a bit more mid and A side pressure of the map, where are you hoping to weaken of the defense? B, you're hoping that instead of them starting 3-1-1,
makes sense.
That they start a bit more 2-1-2 or maybe 2-2-1. Right? There's a lot of different configurations that they can opt for here. And that one of the scenarios also will be, where does the AWP, if the AWP comes out for some highs, find itself? And I can let everybody know there will be no big greeners. Madden. I think that was a sign of frustration.
Yeah. Wow, you're getting good already, Chad.
Yeah, reading the
the
body language.
Yeah, the body language. That's right. He's a body language expert, folks. Well, open my mini-map.
And it's done it.
Yep.
2-1.
And 1-3-3-7. That's Madden.
Oh.
Well, that feels a little unfair. Sun Pius catches most of the flack after Madden's the one that spots out mid. So both of them are low now.
And they've even got a kill over towards B.
roe's found a pick onto some Pius. He just walked up mid, claimed ahead, and left.
The B split.
It's perfect. Nertz is alone. He's dropped a smoke. I like that in terms of delaying them, but they're not waiting around. A flash and a go. Nertz is set for success here. If he gets another, oof, so close. roeJ brought low. Do they have a look in? D has full HP. Madden, not the case, 17, but he is walking on in. They're so low. If he could just find one, perhaps his teammate could have done the rest. But with Diha gone, this feels very hard, and it's roeJ to secure it. Keita likes that one. fnatic certainly should be happy with that. 4 on the trot.
Yeah, and the information that went into that decision-making was Sampaius is the rotator, as timeout has been called from source. Sampaius is the rotator over towards B, right? He's the AWP. You see him here, there, and everywhere. The B defenders, Snappi and Nertz. Snappi dead, Sampaius dead. One player on that bomb site. You go and isolate Nertz, who did a very good job of staying alive and getting a kill, doing some decent damage, but it wasn't enough. You've got Madden playing mid, you've got the likes of Diha holding A, so this was a very well pieced together round from fnatic. And those double mollies mid, you can do them even quicker than the way we saw fnatic do it. You can actually do this as you're running out of spawn, you can throw those quite swiftly, and that makes the mid defender's life a living hell. I think it's a great way to isolate and consistently pressure.
Sorry, there's just so much passion out of Mezzi. I've never caught me off guard.
Well,
there.
that shows you how much of a key round that was. And as mentioned, this is a map where fnatic have really yet to find their footing. And it's a map that ENCE have enjoyed based off of the tempo and pace they've been able to set. Now, keeping that in mind, this is a T-sided map for sure. fnatic only 2 rounds to the good so far. They'll need to keep these winning ways. As ENCE have just taken the timeout. With the loss bonus in play, they have operated with partial investments. So how far can they stretch this one? Aggressive mid, pushing flash. Here they go.
Madden, frustrated. It only gets worse.
I really like that position that roeJ adopted there. I think when teams do... Oh, we do have B aggression. Around the corner, Dexter, you have to be very careful and diligent stuff.
Very much so.
So expecting aggression on all fronts. But yeah, popping through a mid smoke on the CT side, I think it's something that can catch a lot of teams off guard, because you see that smoke and you go behind it and you start holding mouse 1 and trying to spam so they can't pick window.
Right.
That essentially puts you in the open. So when a flash comes and the pistols pop through, very susceptible. I like the way that roeJ handled up tucked in towards that corner, being able to dodge flashes, tuck in, wait for support. So again, just have to give the Graham Messioso pit double thumbs up to fnatic, and I'm sure Samuelson sitting by watching this is enjoying what he's seeing so far. And I think when you knew it was going to be ENCE the matchup for today, you must have known it was going to be Anubis.
Wanted to check, which corner were you referring to? This side,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay. I was watching the round, I promise. Oh. Wow.
Wait, is that
always been like that?
Is that new? So I'll be honest, I haven't really spent too much time
stared
looking at the
once I
bomb.
planted it.
No,
Yeah,
I tend to leave it alone.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay. Haven't seen that before. Looks like a little Space Invaders game within the game.
Yeah. Bah!
Oof. Love us a one tap.
Okay, well, the buyback out for ENCE is still issues in the purchases. You can see Madden only with a smoke, Sampaius just with a flash, but at least he has his AWP and a defuse kit. I don't think so. fnatic can really start to run away with this half.
Afro feeling himself. What? Afro, you have an AWP, and he's just gone straight drop down. He's going for the rapidest peek onto Dark. That's so cheeky. Not unprepared for the speed demon that is Afro. And this is fnatic. They're just turning some serious speed. Breakneck speed into the B site.
Yeah, they're into the B site, but they've left the package behind. Afro with another chance has just peered away from the pillar. Now, Crims's position over towards A main might be key, and as Madden starts to search forward, he's saying, hey, boys, nobody home.
Pretty quiet. Afro, he returns. And he could be caught out with this one. Lucky to get away as he drops that Molotov. A smoke to stop the hunt. Madden walking up on that as D are activating middle. D has been having a bit of a tough day in the office here. That's the mid holder. And oh my
Back
goodness.
to B. Why not?
Afro. He's racked him up. You say that. Perhaps that's what ENCE are expecting as well, but Sampaius is ready on A. He's playing cameras. He's digging his heels in on this side of the map, so it seems like ENCE will still have an opportunity to voice concerns, but hold on, Mezzi's pausing. I think he might wait for Afro to investigate further.
Yeah, at this point, you would want one of these two extremity players to leer in and search out either side. Make sure the coast is clear or not. That information worth its weight in gold, and that will send them in towards A.
And into the Vampire Orb. They're not expecting him here. Perfect connection. Mezzi forced into a clutch. And 1 versus 2 for the Brit. That bomb plant's not going to be going down easy. Sunpius makes it so. ENCE, they can count on him. A 3K with that AWP.
Yeah, stern look on the face there as well. They know that fnatic mean business, and ENCE are going to have to start digging deep if they want to claw this half back into even pegging. So 2 more required to level things up 5-5. Middle this time, not just the walk in the park, but I cannot believe that from Afro either. What a move designed to get the Frenchman down and in the face of Nerds, but Sunpius, his AWP reigns supreme. And you win 2 more of those. Yeah, 2 more of those. Not only will you tie up the score, and you will break the finances. Now, this is something we highlighted back at Pro League that Snappi liked to do, assisting his A defender as the orb searching finds another. Sunpius activated now.
Yeah, he's doing an awful lot, is the Spaniard, and he's got to help as well. Snappi in support, but it's Crims. He takes 2. Losing the bomb, though, it's an all-in commitment from fnatic. You can expect more where that came from as Afro has been smoked off. And roeJ, loud on this, he's about to try and flush out Dark. Look at awkward it is for Madden. He takes safe haven in the smoke upon the fade. He strikes, takes the head off. And it ends. Yeah, they are knuckling down now, aren't they? Counting on some aggressive maneuvers. Some pyre starts as they mean to go on. Nothing here for Afro.
Yeah, but again, the game changes. They still have finances remaining for another buy. If Afro can take 1, maybe 2 more players with him and still concede the round, that damage is going to be worth an awful lot considering ENCE are still really just cobbling this together.
Yeah, I think Madden's got him locked in, but still managed to take 1 away before that flank comes through. He's just walking this flank in. Should be a dead man any second now.
Madden really making sure he's got him perfectly lined up before he pulls the trigger.
Can't blame him. An intense game, and you're a map down. Those playoffs, you want them. This is what you were talking about.
Yeah, so Snappi was doing an awful lot of this to assist Diha, right? Yeah, quite deep in towards main there. But remember how we discussed the mid-conditioning from fnatic in the early stages, forcing it to be more of a 2-2-1? Well, right there, they had more than enough responders. Sunpius, right, starting over towards B and causing a bit of a nuisance with that opening pick. So at this point now, for Keita getting back on the mic in fnatic's first timeout, is do we now continue the game plan as was, or do we need to pull out something new? Do we need to target somewhere else on the map? Do we have a set piece? Do we want to go more default heavy and play the round out like the puzzle? Or do we have a direct plan? Because it seemed quite clear that they've been direct in a lot of these rounds so far, but now they've been stopped, right? ENCE have done enough to stop them, say, hey, look, we now understand the flow of this game, especially when the AWP is picking you.
Dwelling with ideas.
Well, that returns to my point. If you knew it was ENCE, which they did, and had a very good likelihood it was probably going to be Anubis, you need to have a lot of moves. These double mollies, here it is again. Look how powerful that is.
Responsive kind, though. That molly makes roeJ's life a living hell! The flash is good. Afro sets roeJ out as a bailout. And Hunted re-cleared. Madden loses his head as well. Diha, he does well to catch Mezzi with a nade in his hand. Still gets the smoke down Temple's side. Oh, spotted Snappi crossing. Yeah, finished off by roeJ. This is a fantastic round now for fnatic if they can just get through Diha. They know he's around. Last seen cameras, and yeah. He's gone down to roeJ. This is a big round from roeJ. 4 kills, could be the ace, but Nerds, he's going to meet Crims. The nade arrives just as he does. Flash in, Crims holds his nerve and secures the round for the squad. Off the back of a timeout, a convincing one from fnatic.
Yeah, a bit of a roll of the eye there from Nerds, and I can understand why. Just copying that nade, I know he made a bit of a sound cue coming out of the water, and then Crims, the polar opposite, got a bit of a grin on his face, but this was huge from roeJ. And that double molly, yeah, you mentioned they throw out flames of their own, but you're somewhat conceding that mid-control. And even if you drop a smoke on the doors or in towards the window, they're going to take the space, right? Sure, they have to wait 20 seconds, but they're going to get that room regardless. But a great round from roeJ, really surging forward with the fight, and it has broken ENCE. They've been on 10 to hooks.
Quite brazen on their clears, knowing that there's going to be lesser weaponry up against them. You can see Afro just searching and Dexter just walking straight in the front door. We've seen them lose these rounds before, but it's only the 157 now. Up through the mid flank, Madden quick on the heels of Dark. The smoke, the frag, it's Madden's 5-7. He wants Crims' AK. Secures it on the retreat.
This is trouble.
Very much so. Afro's going to lose his AWP, lose his head. A 3-on-2 favors the mouse, and Pius can't get his eye to the scope in time. A 2-on-2. Snappi's close by. Madden on the long wrap around. But with roeJ's frag, it's going to calm on down.
2 big impactful rounds from roeJ back to back. Madden does have Kevlar short. They know where he was.
Yeah, but they certainly don't know where he is. So concerned about the potentials, but he's done this quite quickly. Might be able to isolate the
Good
duel.
timing.
Knows where you are. A smoke on main,
He's going to walk through this. He's going to walk through this. They won't expect it.
There's no way they're ready for this. He's going to have them both on his screen. He knows where they both are. Clean! Oh, can't adjust. Quick reactions out of Mezzy.
I
find the AWP.
respect the play.
Yeah,
I respect the play. That timing was absolutely perfect, and he can't quite believe it, feeling like it should have been his round. And that could have been a tide turner right there. roeJ bailing them out big time with the double. Snappi just as the smoke starts to fade, and the pivot in from Mezzy coming in clutch. Unfortunate for Madden, a bit of a grimace there from Snappi, but a decent attempt considering that common theme.
It has. And look at this, just Mezzy walking in. He knows what Snappi is. That trajectory betrays him. Mezzy's just going to play the fade. Snappy's playing anti-flash. He's expecting a sound cue to be given, but he's going to get nothing. Exposed upon the fade of the smoke, and Nerd, he's got a lot to deal with and contend with now. Misses his first opportunity, and he won't get a second. That's a spray out of some pious that doesn't lead to anything positive. Madden, though, maybe some redemption on the menu here for that final round of the half. Molly braves it straight through, singeing his toes, but not clearing his corners. It's all up to one man. The bomb's going elsewhere, and Diha takes the first of the clutch. The rest, however, gets a whole lot more difficult.
Well, they've just headed over to his usual haunt. He's had to put the skates on, respond to B, which has been under a whole lot of pressure, and now as he rotates back, no defuse kit, the pole will have to make some quick moves. He will not have an opportunity to mess around on this.
God, they're playing it perfectly. Just both on main side, planted for themselves. As he's got Afro's back, Afro posted for the hunt. Diha in his toolkit. A smoke or a kit would have gone a long way.
Bomb already half gone.
Yeah, this seems like an 8 for fnatic. Diha doesn't really have much hope, and no health. Shut down by Afro. fnatic boasting 8 as they look to take this in 2.
Like the big guy, when we all the big guys, like who is this guy? Hey Joey, how we get this live? Started cold, now we hotter than a fish fry. Yeah, pulling Jason the office. They say get it how you live, I guess this what they talking. I pull up they party, pull up in they pocket. We making a mark, we creating a market. They show manners now, got their cameras out. They can't hand me down, I got my hands in now. Yeah, so it don't matter who you get. I'm the only one they win, you know it. You wanna place the bet, for sure we taking off. Better correct, yellow tape for caution. Wish you all the best, coming for my portion. Whatever we invest, we double never forfeit. Better come correct, you better come correct. You 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 better come correct.
Anubis, our second map of this affair, looking for a playoff spot, are ENCE and fnatic. And fnatic in hot pursuit of it. Solid haul on their T side of Anubis. Frustrations have been palpable for the squad of ENCE, and Pius making it very clear that he's been struggling at times. And take a look at the scoreboard, you can see he's actually right there alongside Madden at the tippy top. It's the others that have been struggling to post. Nert, Snappi, Diha barely breaking 5 as we get ourselves into our second half.
It's been roeJ's impact in that first half that bailed fnatic out of a couple of awkward situations.
Caddy B pistol.
Yeah, it looks like a fast A play. Drop it
Quick
down
smoke,
into
you hear
this.
it.
He's got the Julie.
What's he waiting for? Gets it down. They'll be ahead of it. Waiting for the flashes from his teammates, but good click. Sun Pius gets one. Shot down now by the P2K of Dexter. He pushes forward. Traded by Mezzi. Bombed down. Battle on that cake. And a good shot to the face. Adam finishes off Mezzi. Advantage ENCE heavily. Crims comes in from Heaven's side. Smoked for now.
The nade. Slight lick of damage, Crims. If you could find a kill, there might be a way back in, but ENCE are looking to pick up 4 from 4 pistols, and Crims cannot connect the dots. Afro the same. Snappi will take him down. And what has been ENCE's best friends, these starter pistol rounds. So the pace, more than enough to secure them yet another. The bigger issues have been, well, the gun rounds.
Yeah, well, and some of the ecos, which is probably what we're going to be seeing now.
Yes, but this is not a...
Go on.
I don't want to go Jason Moses O'Toole, but I will say it is 100% that ENCE will win this round.
Oh, dear.
100%.
Okay. Okay. I think you might be onto something considering the current lay of the land. You got 5 members of fnatic in towards mid. They actually start to maneuver towards the A side of the map.
100%.
As in, not a single percentage chance that fnatic will win with the eco. D had the probe. Found him!
99%. Oh! Boom!
Oof! Shrapnel finds Dexter, dunked on by Snappi, and he'll be feeling rather happy with that. Job's a good one. Galil perhaps to be saved as Afro's handed that one on the low HP.
And I love this. Empire's aware that the biggest leak is either going to come in through Dark or the flank from spawn of B main. Gets a nice CT spawn plant in that they can defend from Temple. And it looks like Afro will want to maintain this Galil. A strong weapon to keep in his hands as roeJ. Can he find anything else? 113 ADR for roeJ. That is something which Valve do need to see if they can help out. Well, I guess everybody out with, because it is one of the issues as far as the HUD and the information that we're getting at the moment. I can see the ADR here in game, but we're not getting the correct.
API?
No.
Oh.
So there's a couple of things. I was talking to MC on the media day about a few things, like the effective flashes, I think, was one, utility damage, the other, and ADR. So eventually, I'm sure MC, the wizard he is, will be able to backdoor engineer something, but I would imagine
it would be easier. It would be nicer if
Katowice.
Yeah, it would be nice if, you know, I'm sure it's essentially just some guy ticking some boxes.
Yes, and just picking what they want. I know that Rush sent an email to Valve about maybe some of the things that he would like to see in the actual.
He did?
Yes,
That's
but
cool.
I don't. Well, you know, Valve, they don't often reply. I hope they read it, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, they asked me to do the same about what we need on a HUD.
Well, maybe you and Rush should have a meeting.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'll see what Rushley's been cooking. Mr. Merriman throws out a smoke at the same time as ENCE do. Does that always feel like you've given them what they wanted anyway?
Yeah, well, I think the fact that there's a slightly deeper gives them the worry of them walking in on different angles. Like we saw exploited, the nade, it's through, it's good, Snappi, the madness on the Mac-10.
Damn, Afro's dead too. Maybe there's something to be said. Crims has managed to get, nearly a third with a USP. A dink comes through in the sprays. Oh! roeJ with a stunning 3K. He saves them there. That felt very uncomfortable for a moment. That started with a double and onto 2 rifles and Orpins in the mix, and he recovers it.
Ooh, this might start to fall away from ENCE quite quickly now. 5 rounds
two
for
of
the
them.
good are fnatic. Yeah, the monster work from Crims, setting roeJ up for an easy one, and then the just follow through. It just kept coming his way. And they are getting hype right now. Pumped up are fnatic.
Keeping the energy high.
Oh, this could lock 2 Australians in for the arena at IEM Sydney. Dexter could be joining the likes of JKS.
Yeah, he was telling us his family are going to be there. Not every day you get that opportunity, and he's fighting tooth and nail with the squad to get there. And in the most efficient way possible, if they can find it here on Anubis.
Well, they've gone all in here, and they've already lost an opener.
At least it puts a rifle into the hands of Snappi. That's the silver lining. Madden's already got a good bit of space on mid.
ENCE really need to try and make something of this round. I know it's Captain Obvious here, but at the sense of the game where we're at, if they lose this, it is likely that ENCE will go in true ENCE fashion of just force buy after force buy, and their buys are going to be very weak. 1900 as the loss bonus going into the next. At a man disadvantage. Smoke limped in towards the site. All four congregated now outside B main. U2 being dropped. Was that heard? Well, here they come.
Poised and ready, Afro anti. Oh, that's costly. Trying to throw out an incendiary. Missed one. And ENCE are in. They have managed to make the space necessary, trying to get that bomb down uncontested. Dexter's walking up on Dark. Madden's poised to take that fight. Just looked away as they close the gap a bit. Oof, headshot comes in. Dexter, he wins the duel. And now he has to make space for roeJ to close.
This is so difficult without a smoke.
Yeah.
Sure, the molly towards main, but they're going to be able to pick behind this. ENCE's round to win.
With the plant location, they can piece it together. It's likely if left's clear. Two towards main, but it's an AWP, and yeah, the perfect weapon for the job. Well played by Snappi. And that one probably boils down to that Afro death.
Yes, and also peeking out the right side of that pillar. He could have done him, if he was hoping to molly right side and didn't expect anybody there, yeah, I could understand. But peeking out the right side of that pillar, if they'd already known they'd forgiven that space, that's a bit of a drama. But I do want to really sing the praises of ENCE. They lose the opening pick, they regroup, and they just trade out. And we were talking about this at the start of the map. Overpass, maybe not the type of map where ENCE can control the pace of the game in the same way. Anubis definitely is. And this is a really rough round to lose if you're fnatic. And I think I saw the reaction of Kita because he knows that they had an opening pick. They had all the advantages in the world as far as the weaponry, the utility, and they still fumble the bag. So right now on the back foot, we'll have to take an eco of their own just with this roeJ save M4. Now he has been impactful, but right now we would have to do something out of this world.
Bias picks off Afro. Dexter burrowed into this smoke.
This is going to fade.
Oh, well, he's exposed. Still gets one on the clear.
Oh, that was Dihan's HE as well. That is frustrating.
He's had a couple of those. Bitter pills to swallow for Diha so far in this series.
roeJ will have to re-aggress if they want to try and catch them in any window of opportunity.
Right. Nerds.
Actually, they are starting to backpedal in his direction.
Throws out the flashbang. Nerds ahead of it.
Big kill.
That's secured the round, you'd imagine. Crims only has the USP. roeJ was the one equipped to give them that fight, and they're even leaving. They know the flashbang was coming.
Precisely. So Crims will be chasing Ghosts right now. And Sampias even has him cut off at the pass, or at least he did. Digits punched in, 40 seconds thrust on the clock, and Crims searching for anything. Right now, 2,400 loss bonus into the next, they will be able to purchase, and he will be tracking down Sampias, but ready for him. There's that USP removed. And there's the opener. This was an awkward exchange, wasn't it, on the fade? Didn't think Dihal was the one who was going to be worse for wear. Second tactical timeout called now for fnatic. Just a one-round game, and just one round on this CT side. We will return to just 2 rounds ago. They found the opening pick against crippled buy of ENCE, and were still unable to convert. This has thrust them back against the wall. fnatic will have to come out swinging here if they want to voice concerns.
Yeah, that round really might be the determining factor.
That one is the type of round that you really need to be converting, so see how far that echoes into this second half. Now remember, we do have that B-Stream game going on, Cloud9 versus LinVision. I'll let you all tune in to check out the result. Winner of that will be taking on Complexity. Loser of this game will be taking on Monty in Group B. And the winner will face G2 for a seeding match, semi-final or quarter-final on the cards.
So definitely JKS.
And potentially Dexter.
And potentially Dexter.
No Greyhounds, No Vertex.
And definitely Chad Sponge Birchall.
Yeah, I need to find a new opponent for the Caches. So
Yeah, I heard about that.
I don't know who, but we'll work it out. We've still got a couple of days. Maybe there'll be a Brit.
Yeah, I saw Hank suggesting Hawker. It's not a bad candidate. Over on the Twitter sphere,
Look
the
at
X
this push.
sphere.
It's not expected.
Yeah, it should be one. Could have been one. Maybe
the flank-
another.
The flank from B, the flank from B.
Messi!
2 kills, silver platter. Both
Grim's
come
has
in.
got him. It's only some pious fnatic. They've managed to pull it off. And it's Dexter's double, Messi's flank. It leaves some pious wanting. And they've got so much now to lock him in. Love that power position from roeJ playing into contain. Some Pius's options only really back towards T-Spawn or where he was, towards the Rugs position. They've got it all locked in. No need to move further.
Oh, you were asking at the start of the day. We haven't seen an awful lot of shotguns. And in this series, I think we've seen more than enough.
Most def.
Dexter gets the upgrade into the AK now. Some Pius hoping to retain this AWP money. In the follow-up is fnatic looking to hit the double digits. Dexter with a jump up. AWP noted now, surging in his direction. The rest on fnatic. Run coming over to assist the in-game leader. Now it's about, they try and whittle down the clock, take him after time. He knows that they're going to be coming for him. 10 seconds left, just letting each second slink by. Some Pius, you must be knowing now you have to take this fight, and he will. The better of the two options.
I was going to say, I mean, yeah, that's the lesser of two evils for sure. He had 47.50 in his bank account, but even so, rather go down, get the extra funds.
I'm curious to see how this one would have panned out even without that double kill over towards A main because of that B push. I was so glued and focused on that on the radar. I could just see them silently slinking in as Nerds. His attention was drawn else. Yeah, it was to set up for mid because they were hoping to go for an A split. So it was perfect timing window for fnatic. Could not have gone better for them.
Pace on this. Pushing the A main smoke. Testing Afro. Gets one. Can he get away? No way. Diha runs him down with the Mac-10. Lug smoke. Molly will disrupt it. Not going to find its typical positioning. Crims is actually aggressed in the meantime during all of that. So he'll be a nice canary for any B main presence and pressure.
Notice the two players in middle right now of Mezi and roeJ. They are going to look for some space into the orb of Snappi, standing, waiting, and delivering.
On the back foot, fnatic. ENCE looking to reply. Dexter overlooked the position. And D has the one to twist the knife. It's a two-man advantage. Now only the one. Mezi catches him. So pretty good estimation that it's going to be Mezi alone on A. Crim's typically on that B side of the map. And as I say that, Mezi's actually looking to leave, so this could be perfect. They're walking in.
But what's the choice for ENCE? I would say just split A. Waltz in through camera. Yeah, the safer of the two. There's 180 degrees worth of angles to clear. Mezi, how many can you take?
Ooh, he gets away with the first. Shy of the second. 1 versus 2 for Crims, and he's on the other side of the map.
Yeah, and the loss bonus for the CTs, it really does not allow Crims to consider this. 1900 again into the next. They have not been able to find consecutive CT rounds.
He does have that smoke and kit. And they've both opted for A main. Even so, though, yeah. Seems like Crim's been having the same conversation with his teammates, just hoping and seeing if anything's given to him.
This would be a huge clutch.
I mean, this would be a crazy clutch. Crim's
What,
known.
smoke the bomb, molly main, nade behind it, defuse?
So many nades. Smokes the bomb.
Molly main.
Molly's nade.
Nade.
Nade on top. Oh, cleared by the HE. Good reaction from ENCE. They immediately knew what they had to do.
What he's frustrated by there is how far forward of that molly they were, the immediate response to that. Because he's mollying deeper to try and contain him here. If he'd mollied shallower, then they still would have to have braved the flames, but might have been able to find a peek from the bench position to the bomb. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but a decent attempt from Crims during all of this. And yeah, the fact they have a nade left as well, causing a whole lot of problems. Again, a one-round game that should be tied up now with this type of purchase from fnatic. It isn't the full eco. A couple of investments in the size of Deagles, 5.7 CZ, and some light util.
Snappi always happy to sacrifice for the cause, asks for the Mac-10, takes it dark.
Yeah, and if you're not used to watching ENCE games, Snappi does this more often than not. This is the Canary and the coal mine maneuver from the in-game leader, taking an awful lot of space, and from here able to call where he wants the team to end.
Traded out by Mezzi. Snappi down after the 1, but you can see that fnatic aware that that was a bit suspicious. Snappi alone. No attempted trade. And they know that they know. And so, pivoting back. Perfect call. Just this pendulum swing now.
Yeah, the path of least resistance.
Yeah, I don't even know if Mezzi's going to get a chance to fire a bullet. He's managed to get over there in time. Just in the nick of time for a shot, and it's a headshot onto Diha. Good work from Sampires, catching these A main players. Pushing out. Shut down by that AWP. Afro didn't invest a penny into this one, so that USP may as well have a look in.
Well, we might be getting our first Vertigo of IEM Sydney for 2023. Yet to be played. If ENCE can continue these winning ways, we'll definitely be destined for everyone's least favorite map, 51 stories high. See the Nico quote about it?
About Vertigo?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Let me find it.
I don't think Nico's ever been a fan of...
No, he definitely hasn't.
Frustration starting to be visible on fnatic as they do see a counter-terrorist timeout. They call their third. Is it the third?
Third and final.
Yeah, okay.
And again, they have been able to win CT rounds when the rifles come out, but then they lose the follow-up, and then they have to take an eco, and then the guns come out again. That has really plagued them so far. So sure, they're in a good position right now with the buy. If they're able to convert this, sure, they're up to 11, but then it's about the consecutive fashion, something that they have been unable to do thus far. ENCE have got to be feeling real good about this comeback and real good about taking this to the third. Good performance from the likes of Sampires. A lot more individuals starting to activate here in the late stages.
Going for a quick peek. Not going to be given anything initially. Light on B. Heavy on mid A. And if Mezzi goes down, yeah, this house of cards could tumble. But Sampire's kind of alone on his investigations of this B-bomb site. Mezzi going to keep things under wraps.
Very light B defense. Very light.
Heavy focus on mid A. And ooh! No one else. No one else. Is that not a little suspicious? I think Sampires might be summoning the troops. He's leg shot Mezzi. Dark, surely exposed. This is not a fight you can win.
Yeah,
you don't have the health.
Fortunately, he can get away, or at least he could. Sampire starting to come back now. And here they come. ENCE on the warpath.
Some support has arrived. Afro expecting Sampires to have crossed. Maybe some redemption from this B-side AWPing. That 3v4, they turned around.
Oh, this is ugly.
Afro's AWP flashed off the line. They're running at him. Still plucks Snappi. Dink comes through from Mezzi.
Needs two.
Roy needs the multi, and he can't quite pull it across. Safe punt.
They're giving it a go. If they held on to these with the loss bonus, they could drop 2 rifles into the next. This is ill-advised.
Crims gets one, but is that surely the end of it? You've lost Crims now. You know where he is there on that dark fight. Dexter's just going to swing it to win it. And the kit's there present. The smoke's dropped. A flash and go could be the call. It's up against the AWPer. He's going to have to opt for the pistol. Has to hit this shot. Spams away. Connects it. High impact gaming from Sampires. Madden, that's relief, I think, on his face.
Yeah, I can't tell if he's happy or not with that round victory. It's a great shot from Sampires, and then just spamming away with a scavenge 5-7. Dexter is hoping and praying, and this should be 12 for ENCE. Another round.
They're cooking. They want to see Vertigo. They're going for a play out main. Sampires, he's been flashed off. He still nails the shot. Diha in support playing anti. Mezzi's dig is on the warpath. He nearly had this crosshair right on the money with Nerds behind the smoke.
Just quickly, we were singing the praises of Afro in the previous map with the opening exchanges. He was getting on the AWP. Well, Sampires is doing his best cosplay right now, 6-1. in openings. It's a good level of impact and has been necessary. fnatic really forced ENCE to work in that first half. And really, this hasn't just been done with pace from ENCE. They've actually done this with quite poise and tact. They haven't just been rushing and taking a lot of fights. They've been outmaneuvering fnatic, and also these financial woes when we find ourselves in MR12, where we would think we'd see more saves. This slightly more interesting now with that kill from roeJ.
Yeah, unable to disrupt plant, but Nerds, he's been punished for pushing. Shut down, rifle now falls into enemy hands.
No kit.
Yeah, no armor on that AK either. Aim punch going to be a factor. Mezzi already with 2 frags in the round. We've seen him with some sharp shooting.
They should go for this.
They're waiting for roeJ.
Max loss bonus next round. Give it a crack.
It's going to be a hard clear. They're ready for it, and he's going to have to find them both. Madden, that's impact on the spray. Controls it for the second. And roeJ walking on in. He's giving it a go, but no time in this one. No kit, and the 12. Okay, ENCE. They want to take this to the distance. They want to see those playoffs. And now 2 required out of fnatic sequentially if they want to take it to OT. Try and close this here and keep it efficient in 2.
It might be a bit of a hollow feeling for fnatic when this loss comes through, or if it comes through, because it really was a great position for them to close this out in 2. They've only managed 2 rounds on the CT side. The T-Hall was magnificent. Loved the way that they had approached that half. But right now, ENCE are showing they are even better, and understandably so, on their map choice. Shallow smoke crept through. We've seen this before.
Yeah, and roeJ doesn't have so much support this time. He's going to be struggling to contribute. He's going to get run at. He knows that. Spam through the doors. Now support arrives in the form of Dexter. Nade exchange. Another opening for Sun Bias. Crims with an equalizer. Catches Nerds B main. Oh my lord, he's hanging on by a thread, is Crims. He actually needed that smoke, so Sun Bias doesn't choose to push on it. Snappi's hit a nice shot there onto roeJ, and now they know it's just the one man on the site, the Swede, on half HP, trying as hard as he might to delay. Find a frag, find another. Madden, nice work over the smoke, just catches a glimpse of him. And looks like just 2 frags away. ENCE have got this and done enough. Afro, that's 1 back. A 2 versus 4. Seems like a tall order. With no kit in play, you have to start posting frags now. And Madden, he has secured it. Afro, the last man to fall on Anubis. And the jobs are good, and ENCE take us the distance. We do require a 3rd to secure another playoff spot. ENCE and fnatic will be separated on Vertigo.